Alright guys, thanks for coming out today, and what I'd like to do today is to persuade you and for y'all to realize just how bad tobacco products are for you. And that we all need to quit this harmful habit, especially while we're all still pretty young. This is pretty important to me as a former smoker myself, that I just need to kind of help y'all with this. I'm sure all of you will admit that tobacco is bad for your health. Everyone knows that. However, the decision to do it, it's all in your head. You know, you just have to have the willpower to do it. And so, firstly, I'd like to tell y'all just why I'm so concerned about the use of tobacco. And it's just so bad for your health. So according to the healthsite.com, smoking leads to cancer of the nose, mouth, larynx, that's the voice box, the trachea, esophagus, stomach, pancreas, kidneys, bladder, bone marrow, and blood. And according to livescience.com, smoking accounts for 30% of all cancer deaths in America and 87% of lung cancer deaths. The risk of developing lung cancer is about 23 times higher in male smokers compared to non-smokers, and is associated with 15 different types of cancer. There's 41,000 different chemicals in cigarettes, and they're all carcinogenic. Other side effects from smoking are wrinkles, weakens your heart, and it also makes you more prone to a heart attack or a stroke. It also thickens your blood, making you more prone to clots, and it can make your bones more brittle, which can cause osteoporosis later in life. And so I don't want to just talk about smoking, because smokeless tobacco is also very bad for you, and this is how bad it is for you. According to cancer.org, smokeless tobacco leads to mouth, tongue, cheek, and gum cancer, as well as cancer of the esophagus and pancreas. Smokeless tobacco has the same amount of nicotine in it as cigarettes, so you're still getting all the nicotine, and also has the most harmful cancer-causing chemical of tobacco-specific nitrosamines, which is a mouthful to say. Other side effects of smokeless tobacco: it causes leukoplakia, which leads to cancer later, and it also stains your teeth, causes bad breath, and so nobody likes that. And can also lead to heart disease and high blood pressure, and an increased risk of heart attack or stroke. So in light of all this information, you're probably wondering to yourself, well, there can't be that many people in America that are still using tobacco. But that's not true. There's still, according to the CDC, in 2015, about 15% of adults 18 or older still use tobacco. That's an estimated 36.5 million people, so quite a bit. It's down a lot from what it used to be, but still pretty bad. And more than 16 million Americans live with smoking-related diseases. And then with smokeless tobacco, there's, according to the CDC, 7.1% of men in the U.S. use smokeless tobacco. That's roughly 8 million men. And the thing that's different about this from smoking is that this number hasn't changed. It's been the same for decades. People still use smokeless tobacco at about the same rate. So what's the solution to this? What are ways to help y'all quit tobacco? First of all, one of the hardest things about quitting, it's not just the chemical addiction, it's the habit in itself. So you need to change your rituals. You know, like I know when I was smoking cigarettes, I would want to smoke them in the truck or like after a meal. You know, just like a ritualistic sort of thing. And so first you gotta, I would suggest you could see a counselor to kind of figure out what triggers your addiction. You can try quitting cold turkey, but that's not the most effective way by any means. About 90% of tobacco users try and quit cold turkey, and the success rate of that is only 4 to 7%, so not very effective. One thing you should do is make a quit plan. This is when you pick like a specific date, like I'm gonna quit smoking or doing tobacco on this date, and then on top of that, tell your friends and family, and remove things that like ashtrays that you normally have around that would remind you of smoking. There's also prescription medication. There's Zyban and Chantix, but those have some pretty negative side effects. And like as I stated earlier, the most important part of battling tobacco is in your head. You need to avoid your triggers. The first few days are going to be the toughest, but you just got to stay strong. Don't give in to your cravings, and I just change things up, find different hobbies. Change the habits that you normally would, and like reward yourself every time you don't smoke a cigarette. So. With all these factors that I just said, and if you still don't think that you can quit, well, at least, if the health factors don't make you determined to quit, then just think of the social stigma that comes with tobacco use, the bad breath, the smell, people not wanting to be around smokers. And so if y'all, don't want to be standing outside in the cold while you're trying to have a smoke, or, if you want to live longer and a cancer-free life, now's the time to quit, especially now that we're young and the health problems haven't really had time to set in. So, thank y'all for listening to my speech.